Woke up, I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga.
Well, most of the time, he has a lot of enemies, so it makes it a lot more harder. People are more afraid to work with you, or people just look at you a certain way when they don't even know you.
50 Cent has had some of the most memorable feuds in hip-hop. And if we made a list of everyone he's thrown a jab at, then this video would probably go on forever. But how many feuds has Fifth really been a part of? Let's check out some of his most memorable ones.
Came in the rap humble. I don't give a fuck now. I serve anybody like niggas who hustle up. Damn, coke price go up, capsules come down. The D's running my crib. I'm nowhere to be found. Niggas who...
What better way to describe the battle-ready rapper than his very long feud with Ja Rule? While we really can't say how this even got started in the first place, due to the contrasting stories from both rappers, we surely know how it ended. Not only did this feud tank Ja's career in the early 2000s, it also had a drastic effect on how he's seen in the hip-hop community. And for these two, it's not just diss tracks from their camps. They once fought in a nightclub, and 50 was also stabbed by people affiliated with Murder Inc. in 2000. But that wasn't the end of it. In 2018, 50 went ahead and bought 200 front row seats at a Ja Rule concert, just so they could remain empty. He would later admit that he just couldn't resist because the tickets were so cheap.
Okay. 50, did you ever hear back from Ja Rule after you bought the 200 front row seats of his concert just so they would be empty?
I love the shade you
love that.
Ja Rule, of course.
Yeah, but they was like on the what's the name? I just happened to see them on the
on StubHub or something.
Yeah, like it was like this for you to buy it, and I was like, they was so cheap, I might as well just buy it.
However, while his beef with Ja Rule is one of the career-defining feuds, his beef with the game sort of takes it to a whole new level. It all started when Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine wanted to introduce the game to a wider audience, and to do this, they placed the rapper in the 50 Cent superstar group, G-Unit. Then they made 50 a huge part of the game's project, and he is even credited with writing 2 songs on the album.
Crip niggas, blood niggas, essays, Asian, Dominicans, Puerto Rican, white boys, Jamaicans, Latin kings, disciple, vice lords, Haitians, all these motherfuckers.
This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. Nobody do it like we do it, so show us some love.
Fresh like, Impala, chrome hydraulics, 808 drums, you don't want none. Better run when beef is on, I pop that trunk.
Things went quite well for a while, but when a 50 Cent album was pushed back just so Game could release The Massacre, things went south instantly. Later that year, the Game announced that he wasn't inheriting any of 50's beef, and a few days later, 50 kicked him out of G-Unit on the Hot 97 live broadcast.
You know, he had issues with Joe Buttons, then he runs into him in a club and they're taking pictures. He had issues with Memphis Bleak, then he ran into Memphis Bleak in Miami. It was no problem. You know what I mean? See, this is the truth. You know what I mean? The facts. This is the same facts that I talked about on Piggy Bank. See, I'm not a fake person. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. You see what I'm saying? And for me, he has a lot of inconsistencies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's incredible that he would come back.
And of course, the Game responded to the rapper.
Standing on the outside looking in, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, y'all. I just want to tell you, I love your music. You doing good, man. Keep up all the good work and all of that.
Man, it's all love, homie.
All right?
All right, baby. Thanks for calling.
All right, one.
Who's this?
It's Toad, Far Rockaway.
What's up, baby?
I just want to know what's up with Game, what's up with him and 50. 50 talking real greasy, you know?
What exactly? What'd he say?
Somebody asked him where Game still with G-Unit. He said around the block. He said across the street around the block. He said, next album, he ain't doing nothing for you. You gonna sell like 500,000 copies.
That's what he said?
That's what he said.
Wow. What you think about that, man?
Yo, Game, don't hurt this cat. Don't hurt this cat, man. This is a clown, man.
Hey, yo, man.
Trust the Game not to back out without a fight. His crew arrived at the studio and a shooting occurred, leading to the injury of one unnamed individual. In recent times, both rappers have maintained their hate for each other, And there's a huge chance this won't change in the coming months or years.
Oh, man, that's gangster enough for me. And if you got something to hold on to, then you be gangster about that, you ride for that. But as far as just being a stone cold gangster, Al Capone, Tukey Williams, you know, one of them hairy old motherfucking John Gotti niggas, man, it's a rap for that shit. This ain't the age for that. I laugh at them niggas these days, man. Cause I got niggas that'll slap the shit out of them, take everything they got and send them somewhere.
However, 50 Cent doesn't just feud with rappers. In fact, he's got a long-standing beef with his own son, Marquise Jackson. Marquise was born in 1997 to 50 and Shaniqua Tompkins. And while it seemed like a beautiful relationship at first, it ended in 2008 after a very dirty separation. Eventually, 50 Cent lost custody of his son, but was allowed to see the then 11-year-old Marquise once every month. Fast forward to February 2017. Marquise, now a young man, releases Different, where he takes a shot at his father.
Way later, down the line, that's fine. I lost my pops, he's still alive. Say it for a different song, a different time. And funny how everybody know me sit and chime. And crazy how what they speak of helped me write these lines.
Prior to the release of the song, Marquise appeared in an interview with Wrap Up, where he explains his complicated relationship with his father. He said, "It completely went south when I was probably like 10 or 11. He wasn't really around enough. It kind of dwindled down as time went on and certain events happened. For me, I just started feeling differently about him because growing up, my dad was my superhero. He's on television, he does this, he does that. He would take me to school. It was like having a father who's Superman, more or less. But then as I got older, you start realizing things or you start seeing certain patterns and it takes an effect on your relationship with people. That's what happened with me and my father. He's still alive, but I can't tell you our last conversation or the last time we even had a dialogue." 50 Cent eventually responded and claimed that his ex-wife Shaniqua had fed his son with lies about him, a claim which the woman instantly denied.
You know what it is? I love him, man. It's right? Like, it's my baby.
Mm-hmm.
But when the boy is 18 years old, it's big. I already expect him to identify with what's going on in front of him. That it's really how your mother feels about your dad. Mm-hmm. Not anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even his passion for basketball at this point, I'm taking him to go play basketball when he ain't big enough to jump or to throw the ball towards the...
This took an even crazier turn in 2018 when 50 claimed that he wouldn't have had a bad day if his son got hit by a bus. While this didn't exactly age well with some fans, the rapper took his time to explain his side of things. Apparently, 50 made this comment after a picture of his son and Supreme McGriff began making the rounds on the internet. For the uninitiated, Supreme and 50 are enemies, and even the authorities admitted that Supreme played a major role in the shooting of Fifth in 2000. So, the logic was quite simple. If Marquise was hanging out with the guy who once wanted Fifth dead, then Fifth also wouldn't be too bothered if this son ended up getting hit by a bus. Eventually, the rapper made another post on X where he tried to justify his actions, saying, "I have zero ill towards anyone living on this earth. The people Shaniqua's son looks up to and associates with is a reflection of the negative energy he embraces towards me. I paid his mother $1.36 million in support to afford him opportunities I never had." 2 years later, 50 said that he would rather take 6ix9ine rather than Marquise as his son. Ooh, that one stings.
"You see your son yet? No, I ain't heard from 6ix9ine.
We're connecting with people.
He's his mother's child now. He told on everybody.
Whenever they need to do it online. Because it gives customers...
He better than Marquise, though. I take him before I take my actual father."
And then Marquise responded the next day, calling his own father stupid.
Did he just say he'll claim a rat? Oh, nah, I don't want no parts of that cheese y'all eating over here, big fella. I don't know what y'all got going on. I don't know what y'all got going on over there. That's some other shit. Stupid!
All right, let's circle back to the music. Did you know that 50 also had beef with a bunch of guys in G-Unit? Without a doubt, one of the most successful rap groups in rap history, G-Unit, was hit with its fair share of drama. Young Buck and 50 used to be really good friends, but 50 had to push the rapper out when he began publicly speaking about the group's conflicts. 50 wanted the group to settle every issue they had without the media hearing about it, but Buck felt like this was the fastest way to get issues resolved. And when he later claimed that he never received any royalty checks from G-Unit Records, Fifth had to kick him out the team. For another member of the group, it was a little too petty. While Lloyd Banks was working on his album HFM2, 50 asked that the rapper put Eminem on, and when he refused, he was also kicked off the group. However, a list of 50's feuds wouldn't be complete without any reference to his highly publicized beef with Jay-Z, which began way back in 1999 with this track, How to Rob.
What jigger just sold? Like 4 milli? Got something to live for. Don't want a nigga putting foe through that Bentley coupe. Yo, I manhandle case like dope. Get on the ground. You ain't with Mary no more. Where you getting chips?
While this beef ended in 2003 after both rappers went on a joint tour together and even performed at Screamfest in 2006,
More Louis V, my mama couldn't get through to me. The drama, people suing me. I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me. I'm just saying how I feel, man. I ain't one of the Cosby's, I ain't go to heel, man.
it got a new start in 2009 when 50 claimed Hova had a king complex. He also claimed that his music is only good for the golf course, adding that he also won Grammys because of his wife, Beyonce. While this beef has been pretty quiet for the last few years, the No Diddy situation took it up a notch, and 50 has been trolling the rapper at every chance he gets. In retrospect, 50 didn't have a definite reason for dissing Hova back in 1999, and we could say the same for his feud with Weezy. For most of the early stages of Lil Wayne's career, 50 was around to antagonize the younger rapper. In fact, he once called Weezy a whore due to the way the rappers got featured by everyone.
And he just gotta, I feel like a whore sleeps with whoever will pay him.
Okay.
So we gotta call him a whore. If you'll just go with whoever will pay you to be on the record.
Fortunately, this ended on a really good note, as Fifth has suggested that they would definitely hop on a project together in the future. 50 has also battled against Nas, P. Diddy, Fat Joe, Kanye West, Rick Ross, and even Oprah Winfrey.
Hey guys, I just saw a very unfortunate situation that took place in Canada, and I wanted to say to everyone, that I hope that brother made it home safely. I hope that he now has a different perspective and a better sense of what to do and what not to do while you're out in the world, That part where the young guy went he did this little move and shit and got knocked out right there. That does not reflect him. That reflects his camp, and he might need to go get the Dream Chasers or the 305 Killers.
Canada, the boss back. The boss is back. Vancouver, we finna shut down. You heard me? Them Luke Belair bottles on ice. That rum, that bamboo rum.
But none of these feuds took a toll on his life as much as his feud with Jimmy Henchman, a record executive who was managing the game at the time. According to Tony Yayo, after Jimmy's son was jumped in the middle of the 50 in the Game feud, the executive progressively got violent to the point where he hired men to kill 50 during the music video for the song I'll Still Kill. Unfortunately, the gun jammed and the rapper, alongside his crew members, escaped before things totally went out of control.
It was the filming of the 50 Cent and Akon I'll Still Kill video.
Oh. On the paperwork, and Henchman and them were supposed to come through, and I guess they gun jammed, but we had God on that side, and they backed out on the hit, but we had straps too, and that really was really it.
You said they had silencers?
Yeah.
And this was part of the actual report that came out.
Woo! 50 really got those battle scars. It's no wonder nobody wants to go against him.